arrest. The rapper was arrested by San Diego police on May 6 after a traffic stop at 4700 Market Street in the Choyas, neighborhood. What prompted the stop was not disclosed by San Diego police. However, officers allegedly recovered 2 loaded handguns in the vehicle. Ergo, Boosie being charged with 1 count of felony possession of a firearm by a prohibited person during his arraignment Monday morning. That was a brief pause for anybody that chose option 2. But also, you already know the drill. Let me know what you guys make of the whole situation and seriousness down in the comment section below. And while you're there, if you enjoy
like in hip hop, like yo, Vlad is the feds. Like yo, now act with snitch. You know, in reality, because I don't do crime, and because we ain't gonna be doing no crime together, it's impossible for me to snitch on you. It's impossible. I won't see you do nothing. I ain't with you when we doing nothing. We ain't playing nothing. I can't tell on you. The only possible people that could be snitches are the gangsters themselves. It's all the people who claiming they so tough they would never snitch. Because sometimes they try to talk down on civilians. Oh yeah, we know you tell. Motherfucker, what do you mean you know somebody will tell? You know they won't commit the crime. That's what you should say. Y'all claiming y'all committing the crime. It's the only people who could tell are the people who know or who did it. But they never tell you that part.
In the back of his police car and gave information in the murder. The lawyer would claim this is untrue, and because the evidence is not accurate, the thing that we can obviously see is this is coming from the prosecutors, the very same people that are trying to put Thug away. And for them to be trying to portray an image of him, that speaks louder to me than anything written in that motion. Now, as far as I know, a judge hasn't approved whether or not witness Detective Quinn will be testifying in the case. The lawyer just filed a motion saying he shouldn't be able to. If the judge approves that, Detective Quinn is gone. If the judge denies it, we may get more information on this. From my understanding, Detective Quinn will testify. We're literally gonna have the transcripts to...
Alright, hey, let me just be honest, man. This is nasty work, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't feel bad for street niggas. I'm gonna give it to y'all straight. Y'all caused this. Y'all got a witch hunt out for snitches. Y'all act like, oh, anytime y'all ever been pulled over, y'all only say lawyer. You've never said nothing else. I remember using the same excuses for Boston Richie. People be young. Sometimes they don't know what's going on. So the cops take advantage.
Welcome to Stupid Chats, and this is where we talk stupid at. And today we're going to talk about this stupid topic right here. In my personal opinion, I think the street era is done. I think this little gangster age is finna be over. And the reason why I think that, because now we witnessing an age where crime is happening anywhere. Like people getting shot up in schools, rich neighborhoods, poor neighborhoods, graduations, funerals, wakes, at home, at the store. Yeah, it's real bad now. Everybody is tired of losing people. And then look at these rappers that we got on screen for prime example. That's the whole thing. Everybody want to be street until it comes down to face the consequence. But that's why they said if you can't do the crime, if you can't do the time, then don't do the crime. And I'm not a street nigga. And the main reason why is because I have morals and beliefs that don't necessarily line up with those morals or beliefs, or the morals or beliefs of being with the gang and all that. So that's not me. But at the same time, I see what I see. And when you have an influencer like DJ Academic speaking on it, I feel like he's right too. Like, and this is what people don't want to admit because we, one thing you gotta understand, like, music and real life should be separate. You can't be famous and be a criminal. People gonna know what you look like. People gonna, just know different things. And like, now everybody's self snitching. Before, first of all, people snitch on each other. But what's even worse is self snitching. Like, for real, you supposed to be able to do, well, I'm just saying, like, I'm not encouraging any crime at all, but if you was going to do something by yourself, you take that to the grave. But now they self snitch because I don't do crime, man. I'm not in the streets. I don't be doing none of that. But when it comes to this whole self snitching thing, it's like you draw the attention to yourself. Who knows? People probably could got away with a lot of stuff if they just didn't make music about it. But that's why you can't be both. Like, even with Young Thug, basically, I just feel like everything, when it got much attention, is if it wasn't so much music going back and forth about things that happen. And like, for somebody who really, not about that life, it don't make sense. Because it's like thinking with straight head, it's like, why would you tell on yourself on some stuff that, only you know about? And that's the part that confused me. Like, that's why I feel like it's not cool to be gangster. Because to me, there's nothing cool about telling on yourself like that. And then when they rap about certain events and then things come to light about these events, it's like, what did you expect? Like, speaking on the dead. Like, even with the whole NBA Youngboy and King Von, like, nobody should have been speaking on the dead for real, especially if you're out of town. I must admit, like, how Chief Keef did it, it was different because nobody knew Tuka was a person at that time. Everybody just thought it was a strain of weed. But now it's like all that distance, you getting your own people killed and then people getting locked up. And that's probably what Gunna told. Because, like, well, he didn't tell, but took the out first plea. Because thinking about it, it didn't feel good. And now it's crazy now. They alleging that Thug snitch. And that's crazy. Like, now cops are using social media to fight back against rappers. Trying to take advantage of their image, basically trying to corrupt and just destroy their image. Because these are federal agents. What they doing leaking footage to like public sources, and these are things that wouldn't have been known, but they out to prove a point. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the beginning of culture shift because it's like, it's going to get to a certain point where people just not going to want to do that. And that's why I have to stand where I stand about, how I feel about it. Because, this is, I'm not saying this to really like, well, hold up. Okay. Now, I'm saying like this. If my words could change somebody's life, that's good. But I know some people are stuck in their ways and that's just what it's going to be. And I understand it. But this is for people like who's not from around these parts in these areas, who's not really from a gangster background, you know, you don't really have to pursue that way. There's other ways in life. And if you know you're not really like that, it's no point in even trying to be like that. Because once you get that felony, you can't travel outside of the United States and stuff like that. Once you get certain things on your records, you lose certain rights. Like, even with this whole gun problem, there's nothing wrong with a person being a registered gun owner. We have rights. It's our Second Amendment right to do that. So you don't have to be street to have a gun. You don't. But it's just, after you get certain charges, you're not allowed to have guns. And that becomes the issue because now, for the street dudes, they need a gun to protect their lives. But at the same time, they're not supposed to have one. But for somebody who's not from that background, you could just have one. Like, don't be fooled. There's a reason why all of them heavily medicated like that. They're dealing with trauma. They have certain things in their lives that holding them back. Even if they change, what's on that record will not. And sometimes it's just better just not to go down that road than finding out the hard way. Because, yeah, we got Gunna, Dirk, and Lil Baby, but these are people that did make it. There's a whole bunch of people who tried the same thing and didn't make it. And that's what I'm saying, like, now they saying, like, QCP snitching, some people, Gunna just exposing, like, how you gonna be like that, but he's doing the same thing, and that's why it comes a game of, like, everybody contradicting themselves. If y'all really believe in what y'all say y'all do, it wouldn't matter what nobody else is doing. It's all about how you hold yourself up to those standards. Because that's what it means to be disciplined. Stop pointing the finger at other people and worry about your own actions. If you live by those codes, did you break those laws? Yes or no, and that's what it is. But see, I don't believe in that, so. But I am a person who have morals for myself. So I know what it's like to hold yourself to those rules and regulations. Even if other people don't do it, you don't follow other people. You follow your rules. What guides your life. And that's what I feel like Jocelyn White was hinting on, because he said it. Most of them snitch anyway. Most of them do this and that anyway. Why not do it the legal way? At least that way you guarantee your freedom and your rights. I'm not saying like going around, just snitching on everybody. But I'm just saying like this is why we have the legal system in case somebody wrongs you. But if you hold yourself to the street codes, then you gotta live by them codes. There's no breaking and pointing fingers and trying to make excuses. And even like with Boosie, like I don't even know how old Boosie is, but he got caught with a strap on IG. They was watching somebody else, saw him with a gun, but they've been trying to get him for a while because there's no way they got a helicopter, drone, or reason to pull him over all that fast. It was not coincidence. And y'all want to be hood, just be famous, and still getting caught up. So why not just legally own a gun? Why not just do what's right? And there's nothing wrong. Just because you do the right thing, it don't make you soft. It just means you're doing the right thing. Because I know a lot of these rappers done a lot of stuff that they wish that they haven't. Things happen to them that they wish that they haven't. Because now it's like, yeah, they made it. But how many people was lost for them to make it? And see, that's what they don't get. When they say it's demonic, they're not talking about the Hollywood voodoo sacrifice. No, they're talking about people have to die for these people to make it. And a lot of, and I'm not saying it will stop it all together, but if people wasn't posting at every location they was at, this and the other, a lot of people would still be alive. And that's what I'm saying, like, you can't be gangster and be famous, 'cause everybody know where you at. And that's why I just feel like this whole street mentality, I feel like it's just going to gradually just dissolve. Because everybody who's getting active is going to continue to get locked up or die. Like, but the world have forgotten a lot of people that's been locked up. And that's what I'm saying. They will never enjoy certain freedoms of life. Even with K-Flock. Yeah, he's alive, he's young. But if they get him for life, it would just be certain things he would just never experience again. And certain things he would just never experience. And I hate to see young black men go down like that. So it's okay to like not be street. It's okay to be yourself. As long as you respect yourself, keep it real with yourself, everybody gonna keep it real with you. And that's how respect goes. It's not about the background. It's about who you are. But y'all tell me what y'all think. Or maybe I just don't get it. Like, comment, subscribe, and we're gonna get back to some more stupid talks.